Hey, it's your girl KK. Welcome to Much Love with KK. Real reactions, real opinions, and nothing but good energy. Let's go.
In this video, we're diving into one of the most epic matchups in horror history. Jason Voorhees versus the Creeper. Two unstoppable forces born from darkness itself, each with their own brand of supernatural horror. On one side, we have Jason Voorhees, the undead juggernaut of Camp Crystal Lake. Standing around 6 feet 5 inches tall and weighing close to 275 pounds, Jason's sheer power is unmatched. With superhuman strength, regenerative durability, and limitless endurance, he's a silent tank of rage that just won't die. On the other side, we have the Creeper, the ancient predator from Jeepers Creepers. At roughly 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighing between 300 and 350 pounds, this winged nightmare combines monstrous agility with flight, regeneration, enhanced senses, and inhuman intelligence. Every 23 years, he awakens for 23 days to feed. And when he does, nothing escapes his hunt. So what happens when the immortal slasher from Camp Crystal Lake meets the ancient predator? When brute strength clashes with primal cunning, who walks away? In this video, we will analyze both characters' unique strengths and abilities before pitting them against each other in a hypothetical battle.
Well, I don't know
Stay
exactly
tuned to find out who would win. We regularly post videos like this one, pitting iconic movie characters against each other to determine who would win. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of these epic showdowns.
Exactly, because they
Jason Voorhees is not merely a man, nor just a monster. He is vengeance incarnate. Born from tragedy and drowned in childhood, he was resurrected by rage, loss, and something far more unholy. Once a deformed boy bullied and left to die, Jason returned from the grave as a hulking revenant, fueled by a singular purpose, to punish anyone who dares trespass upon his cursed land. Over the years, Jason has evolved from a backwoods killer into a nearly unstoppable force of nature. He possesses superhuman strength, capable of tearing limbs apart as though they were paper. Bullets, knives, even explosions have done little more than slow him down. He regenerates, reanimates, and rises again. His body a decaying shell that refuses to rest. Jason's fighting style is brutally straightforward. No finesse, no tactics, just unrelenting brute force. He doesn't tire, doesn't speak, and doesn't hesitate. His machete is an extension of his will, a cold, rusted instrument of punishment. Against humans, Jason is an inevitable death sentence. But tonight his opponent isn't human. If Jason is the embodiment of vengeance, the Creeper is the embodiment of predation. A creature that defies time and explanation, it awakens every 23 years for 23 days to feed, consuming human organs and using them to regenerate and evolve. No one knows where it came from. Demon, fallen angel, ancient biological weapon, it doesn't matter. What matters is what it does. The Creeper is a hunter in the purest sense. It doesn't kill randomly. It stalks, chooses, and savors. It can smell fear, identify weakness, and select victims based on what it wants to take from them. Its regenerative powers are almost limitless, as long as it can feed. Sever a limb, destroy an organ, and it simply consumes a new one to rebuild itself stronger. Unlike Jason, the Creeper is fast, strategic, and terrifyingly intelligent. It uses tools, weapons, and even vehicles to corner its prey. Its wings grant it the ability to swoop silently through the night, and its claws can rip through steel. It wears a wide-brimmed hat and a tattered coat, like a macabre parody of humanity. A hunter who remembers being human but long ago discarded empathy. Jason dominates through sheer physical power and relentless endurance. He doesn't need to breathe, sleep, or eat. He doesn't flinch when stabbed or shot. His strength is measured in destruction. One swing of his machete can cleave through bone and armor alike. The Creeper, on the other hand, embodies versatility and cunning. He can fight in the air or on the ground. He can see in the dark, regenerate from mortal wounds, and exploit the fear of his enemies. In many ways, the Creeper is a perfect hunter, except for one flaw: his time limit. Once his 23 days are up, he returns to hibernation, no matter what's left unfinished. Jason's weakness is his limited intelligence. He's driven by instinct, not strategy. The Creeper, by contrast, can plan, manipulate, and adapt. But Jason's endurance, his refusal to stay dead, means that any battle between the two would be one of attrition, not intellect. And now, we will imagine a hypothetical scenario where these two face each other in a direct battle. Before determining which one would most likely win, make sure to stick around so you find out who the victor is. The Creeper descends through the mist, landing in a clearing in the woods of Camp Crystal Lake, surrounded by pine and fog. The air reeks of decay and stagnant water. He hears something, a faint shuffle, slow but deliberate.
So he's like a demon,
from the shadows between the trees,
like a bat?
Jason emerges, towering, silent, and armed with his machete.
It's like
The
he
Creeper
got
tilts his head, sniffing the air. What he smells isn't fear, it's death. Old, familiar, ancient. For the first time in centuries, he feels a flicker of curiosity. This creature doesn't breathe, its heart doesn't beat. Yet it stands, watching, waiting. Jason steps forward, metal scrapes across bark as his machete drags beside him. The Creeper lets out a guttural hiss, wings spreading wide, the air around them vibrating with menace. Then the Creeper lunges. The Creeper moves first, darting forward with inhuman speed. His claws rake across Jason's chest, tearing through the fabric of his jacket and the decaying flesh beneath.
Okay, this trailer is different from
his machete swings in a wide arc, raw, heavy, unstoppable. The blade catches the Creeper across the ribs, sending a spray of dark blood into the air.
Or maybe not.
The Creeper snarls, staggering back before his wound begins
Some of
to
them
close.
interact.
He circles, studying Jason's
Some
movements.
of these are just like storytelling.
The killer is slow but unyielding, every step deliberate.
But I say...
The Creeper darts in again, claws flashing.
Creepers.
This time he aims for Jason's head, but Jason catches his wrist mid-swipe, their strength locking in a brutal test of power. For a moment, it's silent except for the crunch of dead leaves beneath their boots. Then Jason slams his forehead into the Creeper's face. The creature reels, stumbling backward, his nose shattered. Jason follows with a machete strike that buries itself deep into the Creeper's shoulder. The Creeper screams, not in pain, but in fury. He grabs Jason's arm and bites down hard, his teeth sinking through flesh and bone. Jason jerks away, unfazed, and drives his knee into the Creeper's chest, sending him flying into a tree. The impact cracks the trunk. The Creeper collapses, momentarily dazed, before unfolding his wings. He launches into the air, circling above, eyes glowing red. Jason looks up, expressionless, machete dripping with dark blood. The Creeper dives. Jason doesn't move until the last second. Then he turns, swinging upward.
Ooh.
The machete connects with the Creeper's wing, tearing through sinew and bone. The monster crashes into the ground, shrieking, one wing half severed. Jason advances, methodical, unstoppable. The Creeper charges, talons ready, but Jason catches him mid-swing and drives his machete straight through the creature's chest, pinning him to the tree behind. The Creeper thrashes, claws scraping at Jason's mask. Jason tightens his grip on the handle and twists. The blade carves deeper. The Creeper roars, his hand shooting up to grab Jason's mask. He rips it off, revealing the ghastly, undead face beneath. For a moment, they lock eyes, one filled with primal hunger, the other with eternal emptiness. The Creeper's hand trembles. Something ancient inside him senses it. This thing he's fighting doesn't live, doesn't feel, doesn't fear. Jason is not prey. He's something else entirely, an echo of rage made flesh. The creeper rips free from the tree, retreating into the air, his regeneration already beginning. Jason watches him go, his eyes unblinking. He reaches down, grabs a discarded hatchet from the ground, a remnant of a long-forgotten camper, and hurls it skyward.
Who's gonna win? Who's
It
gonna
spins
win? Who's
once,
gonna win?
twice, then buries itself in the creeper's skull.
Oh.
The creature plummets, wings folding in, crashing through the trees with a sickening thud. Jason walks toward the fallen creature.
Okay.
The creeper's body begins to twitch, black veins crawling across its skin as it tries to heal. Jason lifts his machete one final time and brings it down with bone-splitting force, decapitating the creature. The forest falls silent again. The creeper's head lies several feet away, its mouth still twitching faintly. Jason stands over the body, breathing heavy but calm. He doesn't celebrate. He doesn't feel triumph. He simply turns, retrieves his mask, and walks back toward the lake.
He need to retire that mask.
The creeper's body twitches once more, then goes still.
dirty.
But as the night deepens, something stirs. The creeper's severed head begins to whisper. The eyes flick open, glowing red in the dark.
Uh-oh.
It will heal. It always does.
Always does.
Jason, however, is gone, disappearing back into the fog, the eternal warden of Crystal Lake. The battle may have ended, but neither monster is truly gone. But on this night, the victor is Jason Voorhees.
Wow.
The creeper is a powerful, intelligent, and terrifying hunter. But Jason Voorhees possesses overwhelming strength, unyielding durability, and a relentless drive that would keep him advancing no matter what the creeper throws his way. While the creeper depends on time, sleep, feeding, and opportunity, Jason does not. He doesn't need to eat, breathe, or rest. Another crucial advantage lies in Jason's complete immunity to pain and fear. Two things the creeper often exploits when hunting his prey. No matter how terrifying the creeper may appear, Jason cannot be intimidated or deterred. The creeper would undoubtedly land some devastating blows, but Jason, unfazed and unfeeling, would keep coming. In the end, his brute strength and relentless persistence would overwhelm the ancient predator. And when the forest finally falls silent, Jason Voorhees would be the one left standing, machete in hand, waiting for the next intruder foolish enough to step into his woods.
Okay. All right, I give that one a clap. It was different from what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like more interaction going on, but it's more of a storytelling. I think a lot of them are more storytelling because they're just like verses. It's like a versus who. But I thought Creeper was gonna win. What you guys thought? You know, put your thoughts in the comments before you look at it, so you can see if you was actually right or not. No cheating, no cheating, no cheating. Like I said at the beginning, I was like, Creeper. But then again, I forgot he does have to stop and eat and all that stuff because he been hibernating. Jason doesn't have to hibernate. He just goes and hides until he's ready to come out and do his thing. He probably can fight all night long. But I did see. I wonder which one is that. He did get kind of tired in one of them. Was it him versus Freddy Krueger? Jason versus Freddy? I'm not sure. But thank you guys for joining me. This was a small little short, versus clip trailer. We got to react to some of these things, but I do have 3 more that I want to do. And this one was pretty good. It was not what I had expected in the verses, but If you guys look at Chucky versus Annabelle, I like that one. I forgot who else I had. But if you look in the ones that I did before, um, I think I done them last year. Um, you'll see the difference between this one and those. But we're gonna go ahead. I don't want to talk too much. See you guys very, very soon.
All right, y'all. That was a whole vibe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and join the Much Love family. As always, we're good energy. Much love.